Have you ever walked away from someone and wondered what they were really feeling, not just the surface-level anger or sadness, but the deeper hidden emotions? What if I told you that walking away could reveal more about you than it does about them? And what if Stoicism, yes, Stoicism could help you understand not just their emotions, but your own? Stick around, because this isn't just about relationships, this is about power, control, and the kind of emotional insight that can change your life. As let's get one thing straight: walking away from someone, whether it's a romantic partner, a friend, or even a toxic family member, isn't easy. It's messy, it's emotional, and it's human. But here's the thing: Stoicism, this ancient philosophy that's been around for thousands of years, has something to say about it, something powerful. It's not about being cold or emotionless, it's about understanding what's within your control and what's not. And when it comes to relationships, that understanding can be a game changer. So what does a woman feel when you walk away, and more importantly, what does it say about you? Let's break it down. Here's the problem: when you walk away from someone, especially someone you care about, your mind starts racing. You wonder if you made the right decision. You wonder if they're hurting, if they're angry, if they even care. And let's be honest, sometimes you want them to feel something, you want them to regret losing you. But here's the challenge: you can't control how they feel. You can't control their thoughts, their emotions, or their actions, and that lack of control, it can drive you crazy. It can keep you up at night replaying every conversation, every moment, trying to figure out what went wrong. But what if I told you that Stoicism gives you a way out of that mental chaos, a way to find peace even when you don't have the answers? Part 1: The Stoic perspective on control. Let's start with the basics. Stoicism teaches us that there are things within our control and things that aren't. Your thoughts, your actions, your decisions, those are yours, but other people's thoughts, actions, and decisions not so much. When you walk away from someone, you're making a choice. You're saying, this is what I need to do for myself, and that's powerful. But here's where it gets tricky: you can't control how they react to that choice. They might feel hurt, angry, or even relieved, and that's okay, because their emotions, those are their emotions, not yours. Stoicism reminds us that trying to control someone else's feelings is like trying to control the weather. It's pointless and exhausting. Part 2: What she might feel. Now let's talk about what a woman might feel when you walk away. And no, this isn't about generalizations or stereotypes, it's about understanding human emotions. When you walk away, she might feel a mix of things: sadness, anger, confusion, or even relief. But here's the thing: those emotions aren't just about you, they're about her, her past experiences, her insecurities, her expectations, and while it's natural to wonder what she's feeling, Stoicism reminds us that her emotions are her own. They're not a reflection of your worth or your value, they're just emotions, and emoti are temporary. They come and go like waves in the ocean. The key is not to get swept away by them, yours or hers. Part 3: What walking away reveals about you. Here's where it gets interesting. Walking away doesn't just reveal something about her, it reveals something about you. It shows that you're willing to set boundaries, that you value your peace of mind, that you're not afraid to make tough decisions, and that's a sign of strength. But it also reveals your vulnerabilities. Maybe you're walking away because you're afraid of getting hurt, maybe you're trying to protect self, and that's okay. Stoicism teaches us that it's not about being perfect, it's about being aware of your emotions, your motivations, and your choices, because when you understand yourself, you can navigate relationships with clarity and confidence. Part 4: How to move forward. So what do you do after you walk away? How do you move forward without getting stuck in the past? Stoicism gives us a roadmap. First, focus on what's within your control: your thoughts, your actions, your growth. Second, practice acceptance. Accept that you can't change the past or control someone else's feelings. And third, use this experience as an opportunity to learn. What did this relationship teach you about yourself, about your needs, your boundaries, your values? Because at the end of the day, walking away isn't just about leaving someone behind, it's about moving toward a better version of yourself. Part 5: The role of emotional detachment. One of the most misunderstood aspects of Stoicism is emotional detachment. People think it means being cold or uncaring, but that's not it at all. Emotional detachment is about not letting your emotions control you. It's about Observing your feelings without being overwhelmed by them. When you walk away from someone, it's natural to feel a whirlwind of emotions: sadness, guilt, even doubt, but Stoicism teaches us to observe these emotions without letting them dictate our actions. It's like standing on the shore and watching the waves crash. You see them, you acknowledge them, but you don't get swept away. This kind of detachment allows you to make decisions from a place of clarity, not chaos. Part 6: The power of silence. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is say nothing at all. When you walk away, silence can be your greatest ally. It's not about giving someone the silent treatment out of spite, it's about creating space for yourself and for them. Silence allows emotions to settle, it gives you time to reflect and them time to process. Stoicism teaches us that words are often overrated, actions speak louder, and sometimes the absence of action speaks even louder. By choosing silence, you're not avoiding the issue, you're respecting it, you're giving it the space it needs to breathe, and in that space clarity often emerges. Here's the truth: walking away is never easy, but it's also one of the most powerful things you can do. It's a statement, a declaration. It says, I value myself enough to walk away from what no longer serves me, and that's not just about relationships, that's about life. Stoicism teaches us that true power comes from within, from knowing who you are, what you stand for, and what you're willing to walk away from. And when you embrace that power, you don't just change your relationships, you change your life. So, what does a woman feel when you walk away? The answer is simple: it doesn't matter. What matters is what you feel. What matters is the clarity, the strength, and the peace of mind that comes from knowing you made the right choice for yourself. Stoicism isn't about being emotionless, it's about being free from the need to control others, free from the fear of being hurt, and free to live a life that's true to who you are. So the next time you walk away, remember this: it's not about them, it's about you. If this resonated with you, hit that subscribe button. Let's keep exploring how Stoicism can help us navigate life's toughest moments together.